SynOrganics Design and Engineering Hub creates next-generation technology. Their work is often controversial. This is the Test Kitchen.
When I saw the beta test video with Mishima, my heart just sank. How about cutting to the chase and tattooing their foreheads with a "I don't belong" message? Were we even addressing the right problem? Were we going to make things worse? It seemed to totally ignore the root causes of violent behavior. What about the systems that had created these people? Poverty, abuse, the lack of access to education or mental health care. For me, Firefly was about judging people by the color of their skin. And as a biracial woman, I found that this judgment doesn't leave a lot of room for compassion.
Oh, hell yeah. Quite knew we had nailed it, and you could see it on her face. And naturally, the red glow, that would signify the worst, most violent criminals, and we'd probably work other gradations into that. On a side note, at the end of the beta test, I was surprised that Randy approached me, and she asked if she could join our next devs meeting. She's coming at it from a neurocriminology perspective, not a genetic level, so I was kind of intrigued by what she might be thinking.
I've been assaulted twice. When I heard about this Firefly program and what they were planning, I I know this sounds stupid, but to me it sounded like hope. It just sounded like hope that I could walk around at night and not be so fearful.
Once we beta tested our proof of concept, thank you, Mishima, we had to find test subjects now that had histories of violent behavior to validate our program.
One of my roles was to vet qualified subjects for Firefly. We were monitoring a group of belligerents for another technology we were developing, and I knew some of them would be perfect candidates. They had extensive records of domestic abuse, aggravated assault, and attempted murder. Classic recidivists, in and out of the system with no real hope of rehabilitation. Precisely the kind of people we needed for this pilot program.
SynOrganics presented Firefly as a way to augment the justice system, as perhaps part of the sentencing guidelines. And it was an intriguing concept, but internally we had to ask if a private company could really handle something that had seemingly such enormous societal implications. All we could see were red flags.
I was working late one night drafting legal agreements for our beta test subjects, and I just felt this sinking sensation in the pit of my stomach about where this project was headed. If we went through with this, if society accepted this labeling of physically marking people based on their past, where would this identification end? A technology like this in the wrong hands, how long do you think it would take for, let's say, political dissenters to be identified? How about librarians or people who actually read books? And what about individuals with mental health issues? This would not go in a good direction very quickly. And I'm not sure what troubled me more, the potential for this abuse or the thought that once this idea is out of the box, there's no way you can stuff it back in, and you're changing people's thinking about who and what should be identified. I was really worried.
Hi, this is Poacher. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and sign up for notifications so you don't miss any episodes. And stay tuned for my own series, which will be in their Words Project Mindshare. I think you're going to like it. Thanks for watching.